Alright, so this will be part 7 of my Splinter Pandora Tomorrow any percent tutorial. On the second to last mission here, and we'll be going into Jakarta. Kind of like Kandang Camp in part 5 of this tutorial series. Jakarta is a very tough mission. Or at least I'd say so for beginners. Even for top runners, it can cause a bit of trouble. Because there's a tough skip in the first checkpoint, although the second checkpoint afterwards is relatively easy. But of course I'll be going over easier alternatives if you have trouble doing the tougher skip. Anyway. Load in here. As soon as you gain control, you want to go into your weapons menu and equip the sticky shocker on the ST20K. I'm going to roll off the edge here. If you feel uncomfortable doing that, you can just go down the ladder like this.
You need to infiltrate the TV station first.
You're supposed to rappel down using this rope right here, but you want to, like with the ferry and Komodo shipyard, you want to just walk off the edge there and then drop down. Same here, you want to drop down when you fall off the ledge there. There's two civilians right there, but you can just ignore them. Sometimes they decide to get in your way, but it's not too big of a worry. This guard is in a really weird position. Because usually if he's on the correct part of the cycle, he's right there next to those plants, but it didn't work out that way. Either way, you want to take care of those guards and then run over here. The lockpick is WS. And you want to immediately open the door. Sometimes around the corner, there's a guard with a headlamp on. And whether or not he comes around the corner there seems to be a little random. So I'd say that if he does end up appearing, just eat the alarm and move on with the mission. Either way, you want to pick that lock to the door, go through here. As soon as you get past the stairs there, you want to go into the weapons menu again and bring out your smoke grenades. And here's where the skip is going to be. You want to shoot a gas grenade at both of these guards, just like that. Cycle through your inventory to bring up the emergency flare. And just throw it down the alleyway like this. And that should distract the turret that's in the alleyway there. Sometimes though the turret just straight up ignores the flare. That usually ends up happening if you are in the alleyway already when you throw the flare. But if you throw the flare before you get in the alleyway, the turret should always get distracted by the flare 100% of the time. Yeah, like I said, you want to shoot gas grenades both of these guards. It's fine if they don't get stuck in place by the gas grenade. You just need to shoot gas grenades at them to distract them. Throw a flare to distract that turret, then run through this alleyway. And you want to block this gate to keep it from closing. And that, by the way, is the tough part of the skip. You have to run here before these gates close. If you're too slow in that previous section I just showed you, the gates will close before you get here, and so you won't be able to progress with the mission, and you'd be effectively forced to take a side route that wastes a bunch of time. Actually, I believe you can just go through this door. Yeah, you'd have to go through here, which is a lot slower. Either way, you want to go over here, block the gate from closing, and shoot both of those lights. There's a turret here, but just tank the damage. And go over here and shoot this guard so he can't pull an alarm on you. Run up here. Jump in the middle here to ensure that you face to the right here when you do the split jump. I'll demonstrate that a few times.
That makes sense if a bit far-fetched that she just happened to. That makes sense if a bit far-fetched that she just happened to be in the right place to luck her way into being one of Sedon's.
I want to run over here.
She was at the embassy looking for Saul.
There, you'll see there's these windows on the roof. I'm gonna shoot the fourth one down right there. Twice, that'll break open the window. Again, if you happen to get an alarm there, don't worry about it. The alarm will go away eventually. In fact, I believe the alarm in that case right there ends up going away when you get in the elevator coming up. But anyway, run over to the window you shot open. I want to fall down to the lobby here. You can do what I do in my runs, where I actually roll off the edge, hold W, then land on the couches like that and continue moving. I'll demonstrate that a couple more times. I failed it there, so I'm going to retry that. There we go. One more time. Kind of like that. And again, if you have trouble doing that, just watch my inputs and you should be able to get a grasp on doing that, or on how to do that. If you have trouble with that though, you can just do just roll and land like that, and then you continue moving and go over to this elevator. Same as before with the elevator in Komodo Shipyard. When you get to the elevator button, I want to press space twice, just like that. Now move the elevator along. So that's how to do the fast strat. Now I'll show you the slower strat if you don't feel comfortable doing that. It will require me to restart the mission though, since I used quick saves, so give me a quick second.
You need to infiltrate the TV station first. This is where Ingrid and Sedano are.
Help! I'm in danger! Please! Please help!
Oh, come on, that's the wrong time to reload. Oh my goodness, that was so bad. I would have reset there if I was an actual run. Oh yeah, I said I was going to show you the slower route. Okay. Actually. I'm getting unlucky with the damage today. Sometimes that happens where the guards decide to rapid fire their guns like that. It's super annoying. Getting really unlucky with that right now. Also, that can happen sometimes. The civilians like to get in the way as you're shooting at these guards, and you'll end up accidentally killing them. That's whatever. There's a medkit right in here that I can use to heal. So if I get hit there, it's not a huge deal. You just use this medkit to heal. I guess healing here can be kind of problematic if you get the headlight guard that I talked about, but the headlight guard is rare. It seems to be a lot more rare on normal difficulty, getting the headlight guard, I mean. But yeah. Like before, you want to go in this courtyard area here. Hide behind this truck. Shoot those lights in the distance. Or just that light, I guess. Wait until that second bolt of lightning goes off. Shoot both those lights. Go in here before the second bit of lightning goes off. Wait until that second bit of lightning goes off and then run through here. Need to be sure that the guards aren't close, obviously. Are you serious, dude? Okay, I thought for a second they were somehow seeing me through the wall. It was really weird. Anyway, you want to run over to this gate and climb up. Getting to the top is a little finicky. Obviously, if you end up getting caught, you want to try to get up the gate quickly. This time I didn't get caught though, so we're good. Anyways, like I said, you want to climb up to the gate here and climb over the top here. Getting over the top here is a little finicky because the hitbox is really weird. I believe it's around there should work. Around there works. And drop down. There's a couple of lights you have to shoot out here so you don't get seen. Because there's a sewer drain over there. Want to get into that without being seen by these guards. One last light you have to shoot out. It's that headlight over there. And you should be good to go. Once you're done with that, just run over here and go in the storm drain. You want to slide down the ladder because, as I showed you just there, you go take a bunch of damage if you drop down. Anyways, run through here. Kind of like the basement in Jerusalem. It's a bit of a maze to figure out in terms of figuring out where to go, but if you just follow where I go, you should have no issues. There's this guard at the end here. You want to scope him, like so. Shoot this other guard. There's one other guard as well, but you can just ignore him. And then just run up to this ladder.
Fisher, you need to be a ghost. You're putting the mission in danger.
Alright, there's like with Pandora Tomorrow, there's some landmines we'll have to avoid here. I highly recommend you turn on the thermal vision to see where they are. I kind of messed that part up, so I have to do that over again. Like I showed you before, run through the sewers to this ladder.
Be careful, Fisher.
Need to do this next part kind of quick, otherwise that guard that was on the watchtower there will see you.
Okay, it seems they've gone back to normal. Okay, it seems they've gone back to normal. Okay, it seems they've gone
First, you
back
want
to
to jump over these landmines right here into this spot and shoot the guard. There's one landmine right there. Kind of visual cue I use to jump is I wait until I'm like right around here and then I take a jump. Yeah, right around there works. Then run over to this other side here where the fence is and climb over. Lockpick here. I actually don't remember since I haven't used this route in a while. Apparently it's WSD. Okay, so WSD for that lockpick. You'll probably recognize this spot because this is where you were before when I showed you the other with the other method. I shoot that guard. Shoot out this light so his body doesn't get found. Oh, I did not expect those guards to be there. Whoops. Anyways, sometimes those two guards that you saw there can come in that area that I was just in after you kill that guard. Don't worry about it if they happen to come in the area, just shoot them. Like 41 jump up here.
I guess they got their answer.
Shoot the window that I showed you. Just the fourth one down here. Drop down. And then go in the elevator. That's about a few minutes slower than the fast strat I showed you. But if you feel uncomfortable with the fast strat, then I highly recommend that you go for that. Anyways, you want to go over here, shoot out this light, so the turret right there is distracted by the broken light. And run over to the end of this hall. Shoot out this light, and that camera at the end of the hall there. Run over to the door. Occasionally you'll get some guards, so you just have to shoot them. Which, if you're not a bad shot like me, You can get quick headshots like that. The red laser sight is kind of hard to see with a night vision on. Headshot on this guard. If you miss the headshot, don't worry. I'll just go for some body shots.
Alarm stage 1. Sam, don't be detected.
Fisher, you need to be a ghost.
Oh. Yeah, either way, you want to kill this guard either with a body shot or body shots or a headshot. Same with this guard.
Crucial for this operation.
Go in here, do a quick load for a body check skip.
Hello, Ingrid.
Go through this conversation with Ingrid.
You knew somebody was coming.
Like with previous conversations, smash, interact, or enter.
You made yourself friendly.
Till that last text box where she says Sedano's a sucker.
Play along.
Kill this guard.
Trail her to the warehouse.
Sometimes he's out in the hallway here instead, but more often than not he ends up in this room. Either way, you want to kill him. That is the wrong time for you to reload, Sam.
Trail her to the warehouse. It's our best and only way to get at Sedano.
So, weird thing, sometimes this guard right here doesn't spawn. It's a weird thing I've had happen sometimes. And whether or not it happens seems to be random. Anyway, you want to kill that guard if he happens to be in the hallway, and then turn off this turret so you don't get shot to death. And you more likely than not have taken damage by this point, so in that case, you want to go in this room real quick and heal while Ingrid walks up to the retinal scanner. And the reason you want to do the body check skip there that I showed you earlier is right when you get around this corner, right here, the alarm level will go back down.
Okay.
And you
it seems they've gone
want to
back
switch
normal.
to the SC20K and then bring up the sticky shockers. There's two guards that will appear at the end here. You want to sticky shock them both. There's the first one, there's the second one. There's three guards in straight jackets with night vision goggles here. You want to shoot them all down with rapid fire shots. Of course, you don't want to get killed like that. I'm a terrible shot right now, jeez. Shoot both of those lights out, either with the SC20K or the pistol.
I know your local
Shoot out those lights so you don't get seen.
but you need to hightail it to the
Sticky shock that guard,
Getting a glut of
and
select
headshot this guard.
escape routes.
The studio's
Or actually, no, it's the reverse order. I'm mixing it up.
About escape routes.
Sticky shock that guy,
likely to be your last.
then headshot this guy. Fixate quick flow for a buy check skip. Cycle through your inventory, in this case tab 4 times, to bring up the flashbang, because that'll be important for the next room. If you're low on health here, don't worry, because if you do the next part or next strat correctly, you shouldn't take any damage whatsoever. And even if you do, you'll end up taking very minimal damage. If you're worried about taking damage though, there is a med kit right there. I won't be using the med kit for the sake of showing you the strat, but if you do feel worrisome about taking damage, or feel worried about taking damage rather, the med kit is right there next to this pipe. Just in this little 99 bar area. Anyways, like I said, equip the flashbang, run up to this pipe. A thing I like to do in my runs to get to the crawl space quickly is as I move along, shimmy along the sledge, I hold W and A, like you see in my input display. That way, as soon as I'm able to, climb up into the vent like that. Just want to move along here. As soon as you drop down, you want to make a quick save. Just like that. Run over here. Around right here is good. Throw a flashbang at around this angle. That will stun Sedano and the guards. So you can run right up to Sedano here and grab him. I'll demonstrate that a few more times just so you can get a hang of it. It's a pretty easy strat and it ends up saving a lot of time actually, because what you're intended to do here is fight these guards and then grab Sedano. You can just turns out you can just run up to Sedano and grab him without having to fight any guards. Again, accidentally no clips, don't mind me. Throw the flashbang, stun the guards. Hopefully you don't get shot when you run up to Sedano. You kind of have to throw the flashbang. The angle is very lenient, but if you throw it at certain angles, some of the guards won't get spawned, and that can result in you getting shot. Either way, anyway, you want to go up and grab Sedano, like I showed you. If you end up having trouble with that, just practice it. There is an alternative method for that, but it's a lot more inconsistent, so I highly suggest doing the method that I showed you. Wait until the use retinal scanner prompt pops up to press interact. Otherwise, you'll start a little interrogation with Sedano, and that'll waste a few seconds.
You're well on track to becoming history's most prolific unknown author of world events.
If I had any blood left, I'm sure I'd be blushing. Is Ingrid in position on the roof?
That's right. And the helicopter too. Keep Sedano conscious until you've made visual contact with Carlson.
Can I get a confirmation, Fisher? Sedano's alive and you've got him?
Yes.
Fantastic. Don't worry about leaving.
It's really odd. No guards have followed me here. Usually when you go up this platform, there's a few guards that follow you to this end area. But in this case, there aren't any guards at all that followed me up here, which is kind of strange. Anyway, you want to bring Sedano here. Move this way until dialogue triggers. And then quick save, quick load through all the dialogue. I'm gonna showcase what happens when you get a fun thing you can do at the end of the mission. It wastes time, but it's just a little funny thing that you can do. You want to quick save, quick load to a specific point in the dialogue. Intentionally die, as you'll see here. Hopefully. There we go. Now quick save, quick load to the end of the dialogue. And even though you died, you're able to complete the mission. And I can actually give a technical explanation behind that. So, what happens there is, well, I died, obviously. And, as I died, of course, I quick save and quick load to the end of that conversation with Ingrid. And what happens at the end of the mission is, once that dialogue finishes, the game sets a flag that says, you have completed the mission, go on to the next one. And it displays the usual mission complete screen. And that flag got placed before the death animation completed. So even though I died, technically, I was able to complete the mission there. Again, that wastes time, so don't actually do that in runs, but if you happen to, like, showcase this mission to a friend, or even run this at marathons, that'd be a fun thing to show off there. Alright, now that's part 7 of my tutorial for Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow. I'll see you in the next one with the last mission in LAX.